To be crystal clear, the government cannot handle the truth. I was at the very nascent beginning of the secret surveillance state. The government is lying. They actually violated the Constitution willfully and deliberately in the greatest of secrecy, ostensibly for the sake of national security. In a democracy, in particular a constitutional republic, we cannot have any room for secret laws that are controlled and manipulated and interpreted by the executive. The public has the right to know what the government limits are in terms of its own surveillance. They also have the absolute right to know what those safeguards are to protect individual privacy. So in a surveillance state, we simply create more suspect individuals.
Okay, Bill Benny, the problem, as you've heard from many of my eminent contributors tonight, is that many people believe this kind of stuff has to remain secret as long as it's protected by the three pillars of state as it currently is, including courts. Has to be secret to prevent the enemy knowing what is going on. What do you say to that?
I think that's pretty much a red herring. I mean, it's nonsense. I mean, the point is they don't know how successful we are at any of these operations. That's the real key. Plus, the government could have been detecting terrorists from the very beginning without violating anybody's privacy rights. I left that technology with NSA when I got out of there because they were violating the rights of everyone in the country, and they threw them away. And they did that principally because it was clear to me that the intent from the beginning was to assemble information against the U.S. citizens so that they could have leverage against them. For example, and what tells that to me is the CEO, Nacho, of Quest. When he refused to give his caller data of his customers, that meant everybody in the country that was a part of Quest, that was all U.S. citizens basically, why they, of course, cut off any contracts with him, and they went after him and eventually got him and put him in jail.
Okay, let me turn to Justin Braddock. You're a lawyer. Here's what someone said to me today, which really hit home to me. He's run off to Hong Kong, now run by the Chinese again. What's to stop the Chinese getting hold of all his information now? It's extremely valuable to them. Then you're handing the great emerging superpower, a great rival to America, all these state secrets. How does that serve the American public interest?
Well, there's been no accusation at all that he's handing any kind of information to China. He was quite clear that
he's in China.
I know he is
fled,
in Hong
he's
Kong.
fled
He's
America.
actually already left.
But what is to stop? What is to stop the Chinese doing that? Should they so wish, if they get hold of him first?
I mean, that's an interesting question, but I think it sidesteps the real issue, which is that he showed that the United States was violating multiple laws in both the Patriot Act and the Foreign
Which
Intelligence
law are they
Surveillance
violating?
Act.
Because this has been
Sure.
denied. Tell me.
The Patriot Act, Section 215, is being violated, as is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. The piece of paper that we saw that was supposedly a lawful order was not, because the FISA court is not allowed to rule on domestic-to-domestic surveillance. So while your earlier guests are talking about why shouldn't we be allowed to surveil foreign terrorists, no one has a problem with that. We're allowed to do that. The problem is, why is the government spying on its own people without any probable cause, without any reasonable cause, without any suspicion whatsoever on completely innocent people? That violates the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution and two major laws on the books. And even the laws on the books, there's a secret interpretation of